Hello again, everybody. Steve from Gigasheet here, and today we're going to show you how aggregations in Gigasheet make data analysis quick and easy. So I can show you that we're working with this 330 megabyte CSV file here. If I try to preview this on my pretty powerful laptop, it just spins and spins. It's far too big for preview, let alone for something like Microsoft Excel. But to prove that there's no games and to see exactly how quickly we can get value out of something like this in Gigasheet, we're going to set a stopwatch. So I'm going to press start. I'm going to come over here. I'm going to upload my file. And as the stopwatch runs in the background, I could tell you that this data has been completely anonymized, but it is from a toy company representing the sales of this toy company over 4 years of its lifespan. We can look at this data on a command line and see it's a pipe delimited file where each row represents a record of either won or lost. I've never met a sales manager who wants to work on a command line. They want to work with rows and columns. But unfortunately, Excel just can't handle files of this size. But less than 40 seconds later, in Gigasheet can. So we're going to open it in Gigasheet, and we're going to see that it has processed these 1.8 million rows. And now we can start doing spreadsheet-like functions. The first place you probably want to start is with some aggregations to get a sense of what's in this data. So I could see that on this account owner, I can come down here on the aggregations row, and I could say, show me how many unique account owners. There are 755. These 755 account owners represent 275 territories. Within that, there are 25,000 or so accounts. The close date represents a range, like I said, of approximately 4 years of data. We can come over here and we can see that there have been 5 separate purchasers. And even in the next steps column, we can say, okay, show me how many are empty. Show me who has not put in next steps on each of these rows. And I see that 1.94% of my 1.8 million rows don't have next steps. So really quickly, 1 minute and 46 seconds later, we are getting a good sense of what's in this data. Now, these aggregations are especially powerful when used in conjunction with groupings. So let's group by forecast category here. And now we've grouped those 1.8 million rows into these 6 separate forecast categories. And we're going to be focusing on commit. So let's say within these next steps, how many of my commits don't have anything? And I see that 6% of my committed deals, my 40,000 committed deals, don't have any next steps typed in. Let's also see how much is in commit. And I could see it's approximately $100 million of these 40,000 deals. And of those, 6% don't have next steps. Maybe we want to continue to group this by, say, quarter. When I group by quarter now, not only are those aggregations at the group level, but I can click down and see those aggregations are now at the subgroup level. So I see that there's 29 million in Q2, 30 million in Q3, 40 million in Q4. I could also see these percent empties. And we can go and find our problem children. So we can go over to account owner here, group by account owner. And we can sort by percent empty in this next step column. In doing so now, while we've got 6.27% of all deals in this quarter have no next steps, when I click down, I see that Devin and Dominic each have 33% of their deals don't have next steps, even though they've been committed for next quarter. I can click down and I see that Devin in Corpus Christi here has 9 deals and 3 of them don't have next steps. So really quickly, we're able to, and by really quickly, I mean 3 minutes and 50 seconds, understand what's going on with this data set. Maybe we also want to see, okay, if these are the problem children, who are the stars? Let's sort by territory here, or group by territory. Drag these breadcrumbs and see the aggregations auto update. I can now sort by amount and see on a quarter by quarter basis which territories have the most money committed. I see that New York, Los Angeles, Dallas in Q2, same with Q3, same with Q4. Not surprising, they are the biggest territories. So instead, what I can do is I can change this aggregation to average. And I can see on a quarter by quarter basis which territories have the highest average size deals. And now I see that Mobile, Johnson City, and Valdosta have particularly high averages in Q4. I could see in Q3 it's Watsonville, New Orleans, Mission Viejo have the highest deal size. Q2 it's Williamsburg, Roanoke, Jefferson City, and so on. I can also do a historical analysis on, say, my closed ones and see that on a quarter by quarter basis, my average deal size does historically go up, starting at $2,041 in 2019 Q1 and all the way up to $2,300 in Q4 2021. Without writing a single query, without having to install or configure anything, and certainly without having to write any code, we were able to load this giant data set, which was otherwise far too large for standard tools. And then using this simple interface, familiar to anyone who's worked with a spreadsheet, we analyzed it for both historical trends and future forecasts. This took less than 6 minutes. The mission of GigaSheet is to give the capabilities of big data analytic tools to those who are not big data analysts. Sign up for free at gigasheet.co.